Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal week 7 as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Nighthawks of Rio de Janeiro. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me,
Travis Kelce. Touchdown! Travis Kelce. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Nighthawks march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Eckler. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
one of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, three-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. Once more, here's Eckler. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yellow. Let's get it. Let's go.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On second down, Eckler. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. It's Eckler again. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Here is 3rd and 5. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On play action, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. To the right side, it's Kelsey. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Come back! Attack, attack!
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That is caught. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney from 19 yards away. And the Nighthawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Throwing now is Mahomes.
No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Hey, 43.
Mahomes now to throw.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Nighthawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Butker on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Up the middle with Eckler. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That one caught by Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Herbert on 1st down now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Hey, 57 colors.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll try and run the option. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 26. 31 yards there on a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's able to find Martin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, Herbert. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The Chargers on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. This is a counter play. Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity if it breaks to him.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down, 4th and goal.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but
and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Pacheco on the read option, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. Here's Pacheco once again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Easy. 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. That's taking quite a gamble, and it definitely did not pay off.
And most of the time, it's real easy to go ahead and criticize that type of an attempt. But I actually liked what they did there. Taking that gamble, showing that they're going to be aggressive. Unfortunately for them, they took...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The crush too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Rio, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week.